Hello and welcome to the 2020 Pride of Gryffindor Awards live stream announcement. I am Taylor, also known as Down in Flames on hpfanfictalk.com, and I'm joined by two other lovely staffers who are going to announce.
You're like a robot to me.
I sound like a robot? Good.
You sound good to me.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe it's all right. Anyways, now that we've were we not live before? I'm confused. Anyways, hello. I think we're live now. Welcome to the 2020 Pride of Gryffindor award broadcast. I am Down in Flames, and I'm joined by two other staffers to announce this year's awards. They can each introduce themselves.
Okay, I will go first. I'm maraudertimes, but also please just call me Lo.
I'm abhorsen or Branwen, either one. You all know that. Already off to a great start, guys.
Of course. So, anyways, we are going to announce this year's winners. So we're all going to switch off on different categories and kind of talk about our winners and runners up and all of that fun stuff. So whoever has best quote, kick it off.
All right, that's me. This is also in no particular order.
It's reverse alphabetical.
Oh my god, is it? All right, well that also tracks. That tracks.
It's the reverse order of how I posted them. So
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I went through and did the list. I wasn't really thinking about what made sense. So I'm comfortable with that. Anyway, so best quote. The winner is, "This is either going to be a huge win or a fucking disaster." That tracks, which is from The Dumbest Thing by Belgian Quaffle. And I nominated this, and I did because it's amazing, so I'm glad it won. Thank you, Maddie. Yes, chaos already. I think the thing I love most about this is just that I feel like it's so quintessentially Gryffindor.
Absolutely.
Like this is what we are as a house. Like, let's be real here. No offense to people in the house who are actually pulled together, but also like how. Also, it's a great story in general, so if you haven't read it, you definitely should. And the runner-up is, "After all, these women have so much to love about themselves, and they won't remain silent," which is from Yet They Speak by Chemical Pixie. Oh, no. What's Abby's new name?
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's something. It's Kusipala, which may or may not be the correct pronunciation. So if I just butchered that, I'm so sorry, Abby.
Sorry, Abby.
Butchering your names on live streams is a thing for me. So we'll keep it up.
Yeah. Damn it! I should have thought about that when I was copy pasting who'd won and stuff, but nope, didn't think about it. Anyway, that is also an amazing quote, and just because it's not the one I nominated doesn't mean it's not awesome and didn't deserve to win runner up. In terms of a Gryffindor thing, which is kind of funny because Abby just left us. She just abandoned us. I say, I didn't just abandon Ravenclaw several months ago. Sorry, Claus. That was not actually intended to be rubbing salt in the wound. If it was. But I think just they won't remain silent is also very Gryffindor, and not just because I have difficulty shutting the fuck up, which is clear right now. I was gonna say, okay, so now somebody else can talk, but I have the next one too, so I guess somebody else can't talk. Thank you, Maddie. I agree. You guys, let's be real here. Maddie just said it was a fair trade. I think that Maddie is being kind, and Gryffindor is stuck with a chaotic freak show. So, sorry guys.
You say that as if that's not what this entire
All
is.
That's true. God damn it, my hair. This is totally an aside, but also it's like, pro tip, don't straighten your hair when it's like 85% humidity. It's not going to go well. It's going to fail. It doesn't matter how much you do. It's going to fail. Yeah. Just some just some fashion advice. Yeah, you know, just sprinkle it in there. So best portrayal of a Gryffindor, the winner is Bianca Forestieri. Fuck, I just realized I don't know how to pronounce that. In War Paint by Crimson Quill, which I kind of like other Abby and I were like paired together to do like the review swap. And then I fucked up and took like a month to finish it. But then I finished it and then I reviewed the rest of the story because I wanted to win Red versus Gold, because for some reason that was my goal. And I think one of the things I said in several of my reviews was just that, like, I feel like she did such a great job of showing, I don't want to say the bad side of Gryffindor, because, like, I don't know if anybody else like noticed like the Nohari Johari thing. But it was like this thing where you filled out like, you know, good words and bad words to describe people. And the Gryffindors, like everybody else was like, oh, this is fun. And then somebody was like, there's a negative one. And the Gryffindors were like, ooh, really? Really? I care about this a lot more. Like the positive things that was fun, but let's be real here.
Roasting me.
But I think like, so I don't want to say like negative things, but I guess like the whole picture of what Gryffindor can be, which is not always necessarily like easy to deal with. So I think like the thing I love about Bianca is really just that she is, I mean, sometimes kind of impetuous and rash and a little judgmental sometimes. And I love it. Yeah, because I feel like, I don't know about you guys. For me, that's part of what I value most about myself as a Gryffindor. I don't know what that says about me. I'm comfortable with it. And our runner-up is Sirius Black and Yaxley by Something Wicked. And this is actually kind of, I don't know if it's exactly the same, but I think one of the things I really love about Sirius in that, fuck, I need to review it. Red versus Gold. Red is behind this month. Sorry, I'm a mess. You were warned. But I think that one of the things I really love about Sirius in that is that he is just, he believes what he believes, and he will do whatever he needs to do to make you believe it too. And he doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. Oh, thank you, Abby. And I fucking love that. Just as somebody who clearly is incapable of shutting the fuck up. I'm going to shut the fuck up now and let everybody else do theirs.
All right. So the next one that we're going to go 2 is Best Pairing. And the winner of this is Bill Weasley and Fleur Delacour in English Lessons by abhorsen / Beezy. And sorry, it's the only thing I can think of when I see it. Beezy. And this was nominated because from our very own Abby / Crimson Quill, who just won the best portrayal of a Gryffindor, because Bronwyn is able to capture them so perfectly as a couple. They're very passionate. There's lots of smut, so obviously very good pairing. They work very well together. And I really enjoy the last line, which says, "They are so good and healthy for each other, and I love how open and sex positive this story is." Which, if you've read continuations of the Side Note series, you know does not change. But they are just very cute, and I encourage you to try and find a more attractive couple than Bill and Fleur, because it's just not possible. Our runner-up for this category is James Potter and Lily Evans by our very own Queen of Jilly, Down in Flames / Taylor from Deer in Headlights, Like a Deer in Headlights, sorry. And that was nominated, and I quote, because we needed some Taylor Jilly in this thread. I mean, I've read a lot of Taylor Jillies. She writes them amazingly. And from the nomination, it's just basically is just it's asking whether or not they should nominate another one of Taylor's Jillies, because just the characterization is so cute. And I mean, they may or may not be my OTP, so like a little biased, but I mean,
but I feel like that's a Gryffindor thing. Like,
yeah.
Jilly is a lot of people's OTP. No offense, you're still a Gryffindor if that's not your OTP, but also,
yeah,
we have a lot of
even though we have many other wonderful Jilly fics, of course, there's
many written by Taylor.
Yes, and most of them written. Most of our Jilly AUs written by Taylor. It was just a really great one. I read it and I was just like, oh my god, so cute. But yeah, so that is our best pairing category. I'm going to continue for best OC. And the winner in that is, please excuse my butchering of this if I do, but Ian Adebayo in Crush Little Stars by Pop Punk Padfoot. And I actually nominated that story because it made me cry in the club. But he is such a sweetheart, and he is just the cutest little thing. And the entire stories by Kayla is just wonderful. You should all read it. Ian is like, I mean, I fall in love a lot, but Ian is like a little baby, and I love him so much.
Yes, you do.
Really, but he's definitely deserving of best OC. Just amazing, amazing character. And then the runner-up for that is Abby Winchester in in Complex by Taylor. And Abby actually, so Abby nominated Abigail. And this is what she had to say. Taylor has been able to develop Abby over the course of 2 novels, which is such an impressive thing to do as an author, and it means that Abby's character has such huge depth. And then the last line was, there are so many different dynamics in Abby's life, and Taylor is a master at fleshing them all out. I love her character. And I think both of them are just amazing original characters and deserve so much love because y'all did so good at writing them. And there is an echo. But I can't wear headphones if it's me, because then my voice comes out like Skeletor. So I'm going to go quickly. Next is again me. I will shut up soon. But best minor character, our winner is Sirius Black and nope, that's it. Nope, wrong one. Sorry. I was looking at the next one and it just came to me. No, Lavender Brown in Scenes by Crimson Clay. And you can see her also in Love in the Leaves and Parisian Scars because they are all in the same series and such a cute little series.
Love that series.
There we go. No, okay. Sorry, I thought we. But so Abby nominated Abby's character, Lavender. And she said that she has crafted a complex character of one Lavender Brown. In canon, we're familiar with her for being a giggly girl who was Ron's first girlfriend, but Abby's is much more than that. She's a war survivor. She's living in the city of her dreams, but her heart is broken because she's not with the person she loves. So sad. Why is that making me cry? But she also says that Abby's writing benefits Lavender's character development and gives you just enough to see the significance of what's happening, but also give you enough space to come to your own conclusions, which is 10 out of 10. Great writing skills. So wonderful. Our runner-up in this category is Regulus Black in An Exercise in Absolution by Pop Punk Padfoot. And actually, did they? No. Okay, I was like, did they nominate each other? That would be funny. No. But sorry. But Abby did nominate this after winning first place. And she said that he's such an interesting character from the little we know about him, and that Kayla's portrayal of Regulus is so intense. It's a brilliant emotional roller coaster in this character-driven piece. And that's just, as someone who doesn't read a lot of Regulus, I did find that to be very on the nose. You get a lot of his character in this, and it's very nice. It's a very nice introduction to him, and you get to know him a little bit more, and it's really well done in writing. And now it's Taylor's turn, and I'm going to stop talking.
All right, so I am on Best Major Character. So the winner in this category is Sirius Black from Crushed Little by Pop Punk, but I don't know why I almost said Kayla won. Kayla was the character, but I did. Anyways, I nominated the story, and to quote my nomination back at you, which was a very, very eloquent and very thorough nomination, I said, Kayla's the Sirius Black master / expert / queen for a reason, and that's all I have to say on that, which is about the best way to sum it up. Kayla knows Sirius Black's character so well and writes him so well every single time she puts out a new fic, and I'm always just super impressed with her portrayal, and I love all of. And this series, this whole I can't say his name, but Ianverse series is just the way she's written Sirius, and this is fantastic. So, and then the runner-up in this category is Tom Riddle in his favorite student by Cam Angst, and Tom Riddle is like chilling in this. You can very much see like his like very manipulative and very cunning, and you can see his like dark side starting to peek out in his student years. This is not a runner-up. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. This is the joint winner. I can count. Or read. Anyways, this is the joint winner, not the runner-up. But anyways.
Oh no, I think that was my fault, not yours.
No, you put it right in the doc. I just can't read. It's fine. Anyways, yeah. So he's a very dark and well executed portrayal of Tom Riddle. So go read that story if you have not.
Oh, you guys have to listen to me again. Also, sorry, I know I'm drinking lots. It's both very humid and hot here. And also I don't have an air conditioner. So dehydration, fun stuff. Anyway. So, best inclusivity. That's what we're on. That's what we're on. I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. The winner is also War Paint by Crimson Quill. And I also nominated this. I tried really hard not to nominate this same like fic for multiple categories. I think this was the only one where I made an exception, but I had to make an exception because there's just so much about this fic that Abby covers so well. I think one thing that actually really jumps out at me is the way she covers Albus's like anxiety and like panic attacks. It's just so well done. Yeah, it's just so well done. Like as somebody who sometimes gets panic attacks, they're lots of fun. 9.9 out of 10 highly recommend. But yeah, I love her portrayal, and I think that this is just like the perfect fic. And I'm gonna stop rambling because I am rambling. I was about to apologize, but I'm not even gonna bother. It's stopping myself from apologizing. All right, and we had 2 runners up. Anyway, so the first runner up is Yet They Speak by Chemical Pixie. And this is like a Drabble collection. So I think that that's also like just really impressive that Abby's able to, well, I mean, I think like Taylor actually said it really well in the nomination, like just pack such a punch in so few words. That is an incredible story. And also check it out. Doesn't even matter that Abby's not a Gryffindor anymore and you can't get points for red versus gold. You should read it anyway. And our other runner-up, because we had 2, I don't know if I said that, whatever, is From the Ashes, which is by Melian and Cheeky Toralex. And actually, that was like, Abby said this in her nomination, but also, Lo, good idea to like go back to the nominations. That wasn't a thing that occurred to me, but it's a really good idea because everybody else put things in way better words than I am off the top of my head. Anyway,
you run into my noms, in which case I used no words. So sorry.
Actually, no, your nomination for Yet They Speak was like fairly long. It was
well, I pulled up my one for Best Friendship and Family, and it's useless. So,
okay,
anyways,
yeah, but still. So this is actually it's actually kind of interesting given like what we're doing right now. But this was actually like a collection of stories that came out of our fundraiser for the Australian bushfires, which is actually kind of interesting now that I'm thinking about it, since right now we are doing Sibilant is doing the a fundraiser on the forums for anti-police brutality and Black Lives Matter. If you haven't checked it out, please do. Even if you can't donate, there are a lot of other ideas there for things you can do that will be really helpful. So here's my plug for that. Now that I've detoured completely from our awards. But so this is just a collection of one-shots, but the characters are all from really different backgrounds. A lot of them are queer, which actually also fits well with, Pride Month. So actually this is very on topic in a way that I did not realize until we started this live stream. I really should have thought about that more than spend an hour and a half trying to straighten my hair. But it is what it is. Can't go back. Realistically, wouldn't change anything even if I did. So, all right. So those are our 2 runners up. Great job, guys. Congratulations.
All right. So next up is oh no, I'm echoing real badly. Anyways, the next one is best family and friendship. Okay, we're just gonna work through the echo here. So the winner in this category is As We Come Ashore by Not Theodore, and this is just a absolutely stunning, beautiful, wonderful story that details Percy coming back to the Burrow after the final battle and all of the sort of family dynamics and what he's feeling in coming back to the Burrow after being gone for so long, and the relationships that Sean portrays especially between Percy and George is just really, really phenomenal and really, really wonderfully executed and just full of emotion, and is a wonderful, wonderful fic. And I've used the word wonderful far too many times in this sentence. Okay, anyways, runner-up is the runner-up is an log of absurd wizarding texts, which was the worst thing to fit on an award. Anyways, this one is by Easy. And the specific characters here are all 6 of Fred, Vic, G. Dedworth, Micah, and Lexi, with the exclusion of the very specific combination of Vic and G, because Brandon went off the rails. Anyways, and my really helpful reason for nomination on this one was I just love these idiots. This is a chat fic, so just a very back and forth rapid fire dialogue between all 6 of these characters, and you can really see the strength of their friendships, and for some of them, well, specifically for Vic and Fred, their familyness. That's not a word. Anyway, all of that really wonderfully there. And even if you haven't actually read the companion fic shenanigans, if you're like me and start reading the chat fic, and then we're I don't actually I have not read the fic behind this, and just you can still fall in love with them anyways without knowing any of the backstory. So I think that also speaks to how delightful it is. So that's our runner-up.
All right. So next is best dialogue, and the winner is actually the aforementioned Shenanigans.
That actually worked out really well. Reverse alphabetical order.
Thank you for doing my work for me. So from what Abby said, Bronwyn is a total wizard dialogue. It was difficult to narrow down one fic from her Side Notes universe, but she decided to go with Shenanigans because being a teenager isn't easy, and being a teenager with magical abilities who walks into the forest and befriends Velas, that was my side, definitely isn't easy. But honestly, it's everything you could want in a fic, and the fast-paced, witty dialogue really brings Bronwyn's characters to life. And I completely agree. Everything they say is both well written and causes you to have so much emotion, whether it is, oh, I love them, to why would you do that? They're written as such quintessential teenage characters, and it is an amazing fic, and you should read it as well as an incomplete log of absurd wizarding texts, because they are all just such weirdos, and I love them. Now, we have 2 runners up for dialogue, and the first is Let's Keep It Casual by Down in Flames / Taylor right here. And what was the nomination said? Oh, that's the different one. Oh, and it was nominated by Brownman.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So this is a chat fic, and Taylor was able to write such amazing exchanges, such as College Lily and James go on a crusade to ruin Snape's life after Snape steals the book from Lily, and the dialogue between everyone, the dialogue between everyone is just so lovely. And as someone who has read it multiple times, you can really feel the backstories to these characters, even though they're just talking through text message. And it's just a really amazing way to show off a story. And Sneep 2020 forever. The second runner-up is A Walking Cliche by Lady Marauder. And this is what Crimson Quill / Abby had to say in the nomination. Tasha's dialogue for this story is amazing. She's able to weave and build such different relationships through her dialogue.
Kevin. So Kevin just said Sneep. The 3 of us and Maddie and Kevin. Is there somebody else, or is it just the 5 of us? Whatever. We did a podfic for it. And it was amazing, and everybody should go check it out because Kevin Snape literally destroyed us.
The best thing about that podfic.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Oh, iconic.
And back to the other runner-up. Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Tasha's dialogue is amazing. She is able to weave and build such different relationships through her dialogue. Each character has clearly their own voice within the story. Jess and James's back and forth banter is snappy, punchy, and just hilarious, and made me fall in love with them as a couple. And that's all I need to love a story, is to fall in love. So, it was a great time reading it. This is my side. Great time reading it. She has built such a brilliant rapport and chemistry between her main pairing, which I'm really rooting for, by the way. Oh, so I just reiterated the nomination. I'm doing great. Also, her relationship with her brother is so wonderfully played out, and it's just such a fun and addictive piece. And I definitely agree with that. It is a story that I don't think I've actually read something like it before, and you can really tell who each of the characters are individually, immediately in the first chapter, just from how they talk and how they interact with people, and it's amazingly wonderful. Okay.
All right. The next category is Best Description, and we have 2 joint winners on this one because I can read this time. So the first winner is As the Lights Went Out by Something Wicked. This is just, I'm going to borrow some of Abby's nomination. She really cultivates a wonderful nightlife aesthetic and uses such fabulous juxtaposition to contrast the day and night elements to further the narrative. And it is just a absolutely wonderfully written story. Denny's description is always fabulous. And it just really, really shines in this story and with these characters. And it is just such a relatable story. You really, really feel connected to these characters. And if you're a early 20-something without your life together, you really, really connect with this. And it's just, there are certain paragraphs where you'll just be like, that was art. So great description on that one. And then the other winner of this category is Project Azkaban by Unwritten Curse, which is also a absolutely flawless execution of description. It is a gripping story. You are just immediately pulled right into the action. It is this really, really fantastically written mystery type story, and the description is absolutely kind of what makes it what it is, because these characters have no idea what's going on. And so the descriptions of their surroundings are really how you build the scene, and it helps in kind of really capturing their feelings about what they've, like woken up to. And it makes it just such a thrilling story from the get-go.
Oh, it's me, right? Yes.
Yes.
I am so sorry, guys. I swear no, I'm not even gonna lie. I never have my act together. Anyway, so our best AU had joint winners. I can read. And our joint winners were actually 2 Jilly AUs, which kind of tracks. By kind of, I mean very. So the first is Friends Don't by Belgian Quaffle. And I love this story. And I'm going to look at Abby's reason for nomination because I'm clearly not pulled together enough to know what category I'm doing, let alone be eloquent. But it's like, I'm just going to read it because clearly I am losing the plot completely. The story is just so bloody adorable. I love the format that Sarah used for the story to frame Jilly's love story against moments from their friends. Every one of their friends has such a distinctive voice and story of their own to be told. It's not a long story, but the little world building touches are perfect. Sarah has such a way of writing stories with so much heart, warmth, and humor. This story has this in buckets full. And yeah, pretty much. I think that my review on this was completely nonsensical, which is probably a compliment. I completely love this. It's adorable. It's like a 5+1 fic, right? That's what it's called?
Yes.
Okay, good. Which I hadn't actually thought about as like a thing I loved until I read it, and then I was like, oh, I love this. I should write one. And then I haven't yet. But maybe for Camp Juno, I will. No, it actually is purple. Kevin just asked if my hair was purple right now. It is. It's somewhat faded, but it is purple. Right, now our other winner is Let's Keep It Casual by Down in Flames /Taylor. I'm realizing now that I could have waited to say that we did this podfic rather than interjecting, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think Lo pretty much said it, but this is fucking hilarious. It was amazing to podfic. There are Kevin is like Sneep. Yeah, there are so many like bloopers because there was one point where I literally spent like 5 minutes cracking up.
That was my ultimate fault. So,
okay, yeah.
Edit your stories before you post them. Don't just shove things onto the internet without finding the like glaring like pronoun mistakes. Anyway,
so perfect. It was so perfect.
I have a whole collection of bloopers for that. And there are a lot of them.
That's good though. It's good. Also, I just realized, like, when we were figuring this out, we were like, okay, do we want to just do, like, rapid fire, go through them, or do we want to talk about it a little? And we decided to talk about all of these a little. And we have been going for almost 40 minutes. So I guess...
talking about them a lot.
So I guess this is not rapid fire, but it's a decision I'm comfortable and I stand by. I think it fits. I don't think that the three of us could have gone through and like been concise.
No, we also, I don't think any of us are capable of taking things seriously. So, like, I feel like rapid fire demands some level of seriousness, and the three of us put in charge of a live stream is never going to be serious. So,
no pun intended. I can't shut up. Taylor can't write chapters that are less than like 13,000 words, where it takes 10,000 words to get to a bed. I'm exaggerating, but only slightly. All right, I'm gonna.
I really lag on Taylor can't write for a second. Just Taylor can't write. Okay, cool, thanks.
Wow. Oh my god, that would have been like, especially given how many of like your stories I nominated for the frogs and pogs, what would that say about me?
It would have been really savage.
Damn. All right, Taylor can't write there. I mean, once you said that, I felt like I needed to go there.
Yeah. Anyways, Oh, okay. Wait, I'm the next category. Good. All right. This is our very last category. So this is best angst. So the winner of this category is another one that I nominated. It is "If You're Gonna Lie" by Marauder Times. And this is a song fic based on the song "If You're Gonna Lie" by Fletcher, which is a good song. So go listen to that. And then go read this fic. It is really, really, really well written. It details some of the characters in Lowe's Fatal Pleasures universe. And it's got a really great narrative style to it. So one thing that I really liked was that it was written in a kind of addressing nature. That's not the right way to say it, but it's written in first person and it's speaking directly to the other character. So this is Molly's written in first person and she's speaking to Cedric as you the entire time. And it really makes it like that much more impactful and really throws you right into the heat of all of the emotions and the complicated nature of their relationship. And just brings all the feelings. And is just a really excellent portrayal of this really messy and toxic relationship.
Would you say it's complex? Sorry.
Number of things that get made out of my fics. 9.9 out of 10. Highly recommend that one. They're all there. Anyways. And then we had two runner-ups for this one. And the first runner-up is "Crushed Little Stars" by Pop Punk Padfoot, which, as you've probably noticed from the overwhelming presence of that fic in this award show, is just fucking phenomenal. And Lowe's nomination for this one was "Because It Makes Me Feel Like Crying in the Club," which is a good reason to nominate something for best angst. So just a very powerful story with really well-written characters and some well-written emotions, and all of it just added together to make this really fantastic fic. And then the second runner-up is "A Thousand Miles" by Pixley Annan, and this is a just really well-written and gripping original fiction story from Pix. And there's this Pix does this thing. I'm just going to quote a nomination. Those words are not coming to me. But Pix does a spectacular job building up the suspense of this baseball bat. Never thought you could be so haunted by a baseball, but Pix does a building up this while the main character, Janie, is processing the death of her uncle in the wake of being a newly single mom to her young child. These emotions of frustration, fear, rage, and determination drive the story forward, especially as she reunites with her siblings. Uncle Ed's passing is a hallmark event for the siblings since he was their adoptive father of children, and now he's taunting them from the grave. And so just absolutely is full of emotions and full of these really complicated dynamics and all of these characters kind of feeling all of these things all at once as a result of all like experiences and trying to kind of rectify the point. Yeah, it is. Very good story. Very much worth the read. Of this.
Is Taylor frozen for everybody else?
Yeah.
Or is
There's the black spinny thing.
okay, good.
Here we go. She's back.
That's great. Oh no! Oh, did I like fully disappear?
You just froze.
Nice. What was I on? Or did my words come out, or did my?
I think your words mostly came out. I'm not sure.
Nice. Okay. We'll call that good. Yeah, you guys all just turned into little spinny wheels for me. So I'm like stretching the limits of my internet connection right now, being outside. So.
Okay, is she back though?
Yeah. I'm frozen. I think there's a delay on the chat, so I think I'm not frozen now, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're not frozen for me.
All right.
Also, I love how
What?
many. I just love how many of our like. We announced them and we were like, I nominated this winner. Because I think it was just enthusiasm, but it definitely came off a little as like, I got it right. Like, I nominated the winner. I'm not saying you should praise me, but also,
I have great taste in fic, clearly. All right. Well, I think we're kind of at the end of this thing. So now that we have talked for 46 minutes, hope you've all enjoyed that. I think we're going to sign off at this point. So Thank you to everyone who joined, who left comments in the chat. Y'all are great.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with whatever this was. All right.
All right.
Hey guys.
Bye.